Alright, welcome back everyone to Game 2. I will remember to take the overlay off this time. Sorry about that yet again. So Game 2 of the second CEVO Showmatch with Faded going up against Phantoms.ESports. The first pick, first ban, going towards Phantoms. They take out the Caudle as they did last game. I want to say they took out Caudle Nick, so maybe they take him out again. They have the first pick, maybe they'll leave him in, but if they do, most likely will be banned out by Faded. And for anyone just tuning in, go to CEVO.com, check out the Dota 2 Season 2, see if you want to sign up. $750 in cash prizes and some hardware prizes as well for the top 3 finishing teams of Season 2. Maybe you could win it. Here's some of your competition, both playoff contenders of Season 1. And yeah, the Knicks banned out again, and then the Magnus banned out, so the exact same bans banned out here by both teams, but the picks already a little bit different. Phantoms decided to go with that Darkseer as their first pick. Darkseer actually banned out in the second round in the first game. And yeah, checking the overlay, getting a little
5 seconds
paranoid.
Remaining.
So again, the Shadow Demon, for Faded. It did work out in the end. I don't really know if Shadow Demon played that big of a role. I mean, Demonic Purge is always good, but King Kraken was always, well, he played the Shadow Demon, always kind of getting burst down right away. Usually one defensive disruption, you know, either on himself, a teammate, or the other team as they initiate. So it did well in that regard, but he's picked up here again, and now we got a Nature's Prophet picked up. Definitely going to want to farm all day, every day on that Nature's Prophet, which allows the Nake's Lone Druid pickup by Phantoms. So a lot of carry potential right now and a lot of turtling potential here with this Darkseer, as well as teamfight potential when that time comes. Not so much Nature's Prophet. Kind of hard to play sometimes against that Lone Druid bear. Those entangles, the bear will just focus that Nature's Prophet. Or maybe the Weaver here, who was also played last game by Corey, one-on-one versus a Bounty Hunter. Did pretty well in that lane, and I'd say kind of won the game for him. That team fight in the mid lane, the lack of stuns from Phantoms, the Rubik played by Super Dry, always kind of out of position, getting picked off. That was their one guaranteed stun for the Weaver, and Weaver kind of ran over them a couple times in the mid lane for those team fights, and was a good pickup overall. And again, this time we got an Entangle, which, you know, if you're an unlucky Weaver or a lucky Lone Druid, that might just be enough right there to shut down the Weaver. But again, not a whole lot of stuns right now for Phantoms, but they don't have either of their supports. Or, let's see. Yeah, they need to pick up either a support in a mid and do like a Lifestealer support bot lane, defensive, with Darkseer. Sorry, I can't stop burping. Don't drink soda and cast. Darkseer in the jungle, and then Lone Druid in that off lane. Or we could see, I mean, a lot of things could happen here. Darkseer could just go mid, Lone Druid in a one-on-one situation with an aggressive tri-lane coming out from the Lifestealer. But I don't know. There's a lot of heroes to be picked, and still banned, actually. Alina and Quap immediately banned by Phantoms. Both work really well with Shadow Demon. Obviously the stun combination, but not only that, the Soul Catcher allows Lina and Quap to do so much more magic burst on a target early on, and even later on. But and then Jakiro banned out, and Rubik, those two supports, 2 guaranteed stuns that could potentially disrupt that Weaver in a team fight, and then Bounty Hunter banned out. And Lion also banned out as well. Just another hero with that Finger of Death. Good sort of one-shot a Weaver. Also nice 2 guaranteed stuns. That Sheep. I don't actually know what it's called. Frog, Hex, I don't know. And Earth Spike. And now it's Phantom's turn to pick. So will they pick the support here, or a mid perhaps? I don't know. I guess they can really do either.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm trying to think who would synergize well. I mean, Lone Druid's great at pushing, just because of the bear. No one else on the team really going to help out with the push that much, besides Lifestealer sort of hits like a truck. Darkseer probably better here for the counter push with that Ion Shell on the creeps. They could use a mobile hero Someone that can definitely, maybe even Windrunner, but they already have the offlaner. Someone that can sort of just rotate between the towers, spam the power shot or the illuminate, but I mean, Coddle banned out. Windrunner doesn't really fit the lineup. Could get a Venomancer as a support. Works pretty well against Shadow Demon as a slow, lasts way longer than Disruption does. And also puts in some more counter push. But that being said, unless Venomancer is getting a lot of levels, Nature's Prophet can kind of just 1v1 and kill him as he goes to defend those towers. I'm really thinking about this one. Going deep into the reserve time here. Maybe they want to pick a new hero. I wouldn't be against it. I can see a Skywrath going mid. Skywrath actually seems like he doesn't have that stun, but that 3-second silence against a Weaver at any point in the game. It starts at 3 seconds, goes up to 6. Could be a good choice for that, but again, not really a stun. There's a good old classic stun. That Vengeful Spirit being picked up. The Aura will also help with the push, so now they can sort of do a little bit more pushing with that Lone Druid Bear. And Nake's, you know, he'll hit even harder now. And speaking of the Devil, Skywrath picked up here by Faded, going to be their mid player, or mid hero most likely, played by CEVO here. I mean, he's a really good mid hero. He can, that long range burst, that can sort of zone people out of the lane. And if you do get Dove, if you only have to put 1 point in H and Seal, which is, most people kind of max that with the Concussive Shot or the Arcane Bolt, I mean, you're pretty good to go early game. You know, people don't right click for a lot, throw that silence, they can't throw their burst out, and we actually don't even know who the mid is yet for Phantoms, so maybe there will be a lot of burst. Maybe it'll be, no, not going to be a TA or anything like that. I'm going to pick up Disruptor, I guess to sort of control that Weaver, glimpse kinetic field it with a Static Storm. And also the Nature's Prophet send back, so Disruptor seems like a pretty good pickup here. But now I'm just curious on how they're going to lane. I guess Lone Druid could go mid. Stand on the high ground. Concussive Shot, I don't think will hit the Spirit Bear. And I'm going to switch my overlays really early, right now. Boom, done. Actually might move the CEVO logo a little bit once we get into the game. Boom, done.
Really should prepare.
Alright, so now we find ourselves into the game. So Faded here, this time on the Dire. We got Corey, once again, playing that Weaver, so look for another big game from him. Looks like he might be in the tri-lane this time. Yeah, he is going to be. And King Kraken on the Shadow Demon. I didn't even mention this Bane pick. I feel like CEVO going mid on the Skywrath. Pretty fast bottle build, got the Mantle as well. Dimitri on the Bane, that apparently I just ignored completely. I think it was their last pick, and I just wasn't paying attention at that point. And then Theory. The Theory here, when did he get in the lobby? Anyway, Theory on the off-lane Nature's Prophet. Looks like they're taking that aggressive tri-lane here with the Weaver. And we better introduce fast. Hotaru's here on the Disruptor. Getting that Q Thunderstrike first. And once that burst right into the lane, Andrew Riley playing the Lone Druid. Am I losing my mind? I think I might be losing my mind. Lone Druid being played by Andrew Riley. Nake's going to be handled by Unicorn Power. Super Dry, again playing support here. Last time he was Rubik. This time he's going on that Vengeful Spirit. We'll see how he skills up. Or maybe even gets caught out here to start this game one. No, not enough range by anyone to be able to catch that, but they definitely did catch a glimpse of each other. So now they know the lanes are discovered. Will they rotate out of this? Probably not. Sneaks on the mid lane on that Darkseer. So Darkseer versus Skywrath. Darkseer versus Skywrath should be, I don't know if anyone's going to necessarily die, but I think CEVO is going to have a big bit of burst. And yeah, I don't know if that is the Magic Bush Ward as Meow's pointing out, but, or Fallen, but it doesn't even matter. Immediately dewarded as it's dropped down there. And let's go to the last hitting tab. So Corey already started off pretty good with 2. 3 range going against that Nake's. Gonna be pretty hard to farm on him without taking a beating, that's for sure. Getting pretty low. In the top lane, I'd say Nature's Prophet will do okay early, but once Andrew's level 5, gonna be pretty impossible for NP to stand there. Even with the entangle, might not even be able to TP out if he gets low enough. Once you get entangled, of course you can TP, unless Lone Druid's super lucky and gets another one. Sentries on Haru's. One was used in the woods, so now they only have one in lane to actually kill Corey, so we'll see if that works out for them, or I guess doesn't work out for them, and maybe Fade to get some kills as a result of that. But again, yet another tri-lane versus tri-lane scenario here. Last time, I guess it was Fade again who went aggressive. They're big fans of that aggressive tri-lane. Maybe looking to... No, let's see where that ward was put down here by the Dire. They put it there to block that camp and also get slight vision of the rune. So, pretty good one there. Corey gets stunned up. The sentry's dropped. Thunderstrike goes out, so now they know the sentry's there. I don't know if there's any sentries. There's one on King Kraken. He can probably... Shouldn't drop it yet. He should wait for the wave to push so that they kind of defend the sentry. Now he could do it. But Corey pretty low, trying to regen back up. Darkseer the most farmed on the map right now at 12 last hits. That's something interesting about the Darkseer in the mid lane. I mean, when it pushes, you can just go in here and do this small jungle camp, so it can work out. Get a whole lot more farm on a Darkseer, get a fast mech. Not even a single mech last game on either side, which was a little strange. Thanks, Fallen. He's like extra stats. Statsman Fallen right here. 3 CS with that Enfeeble on, so yeah, Skillin Enfeeble is going to use that against the Nakes. He's got 10 CS still, tied with the Weaver actually, so doing a good job there. Bear getting pretty low in the top lane, but it's got a resummon, so not a big deal. Cybe last hitting well, 10. Darkseer doing a little bit better though. And here we have a Nightmare on Haru's in the bot lane, but the creep wave shows up, so no room to initiate upon that. And they do lack a bit of damage in this aggressive tri-lane. It's still an good aggressive tri-lane because there's a lot of harass. But with that Nightmare and the Disruption, neither of which do any damage. I mean, it's just a whole lot of disable to sort of focus maybe one of the supports out. While Unicorn is, say, enfeebled or whatever, King Kraken here, he has that Disruption. The creep wave is there. And a sentry is dropped now. Corey could find himself in trouble. Corey could be going down for the first blood. Indeed, he is. Haru's grabs the first blood, so trying to go for that aggressive kill in the aggressive tri-lane. Not going to work out as Phantoms gets the first blood there. Also got the first blood last game as well. But that was in the mid lane, much different scenario. And now Corey TP's back to the bot lane. Throwing out the Geminite attacks. Getting Haru's pretty low. And there's a Nightmare here onto the Nakes, but will it be enough? Probably not, just a little bit of damage. He's going to turn and go right on Dimitri. Now he's taking a lot. The kinetic field, he just walks right through it. Didn't form quite fast enough, but I think maybe Corey doesn't have backtrack. He's going to go down again. Tries to pop a salve to get some more health back, but going to go down in the end. So a bit of an overextension. Really wanted to kill that Nakes, but instead dying again. Now he's 0-2, and probably had to buy a TP to get back down there that fast. Unless the support got one for him. But let's check in on the mid lane. Cybe getting pretty low. Getting harassed back. Darkseer sort of just running at him with that Ion Shell that is up to level 3 now. But look for... I don't know. That Silence is also pretty good against the Nakes, so he can't rage on Skywrath. But we'll see how big of an impact he has if he rotates out of the lane here anytime soon. Or maybe you can just get a solo kill in the mid lane. With that Mystic Flare. It's an insanely strong ult one-on-one, but it could be somewhat hard to use against the Darkseer since, you know, coming out of the Silence or even before the Silence, if he gets that Surge off, gonna be able to pretty much run right through it. So who got that second kill? Was it Split? No, Disruptor. Haru is with both kills right now in that defensive tri-lane. So he's a pretty rich support. Chicken's upgraded. Probably got wards refreshed or whatnot. How much gold is he sitting on? 900 gold right now. So he'll have boosts for sure. And Theory in trouble in the top lane. Is there going to be an entangle? No, there's not. He's going to TP out just barely in time. But as that's going on, more action in the bot lane. Haru's goes down on the Disruptor. Corey could die again here. Suguchi, not off a cooldown. Unicorn, the Enfeeble runs out. King Kraken picks up a double kill though, so just like that, 2 more kills. That's got to be from the poison, and the probably Soul Catcher landed on Vengeful Spirit. So nice 2 kills to get Fated's tri-lane back in this game. Sometimes when your aggressive tri-lane's not working out, like, it can really ruin the game. And that, I thought maybe was going to be the case, but you know, Weaver is a pretty hard hero to lock down, even early on with a couple levels in Suguchi. Looks like they were a little bit able to turn this tri-lane situation around. I don't know, I didn't really see what happened as I was watching Theory in the top lane, but probably a well-timed, well-used Nightmare and Disruption. It looks like a whole lot of Shadow Poison thrown out as well, which could be the cue for Phantoms to pick up those magic wands, because there's a whole lot of spam. Yeah, Venge already has one. Does Snakes? Snakes has one as well. Haru's does not. He looks like he picked up a Gauntlet to just be a little bit more tanky. Where did the rune spawn? I don't even know. Ping coming out from Venge to say watch it. Where is the bottle? He didn't get it. I don't know. I guess it's been 40 seconds. Already picked up and used. Doesn't really matter here. Aquila, and looks like maybe Tranquil Boots for Corey. So pretty much the same build he went for last time, just in a little different order. Everyone pretty healthy in the tri-lane right now. For both sides. I guess arguably Phantom's a little healthier. And now that Furion ult coming into play, so pretty hefty damage in the team fights, and he throws that ult out, TPs to the bot, immediately glimpsed black by Haru's. Corey now really low, not level 6 yet. Gonna be able to get that. Actually lives. Wow, just barely. Haru's on the prowl now. So only Vengeful Spirit goes down now. Unicorn enfeebled up. Dimitri wants this. They're gonna get it. Dimitri could go down here to Unicorn. No mana at all. Open wounds. Actually gonna stop chasing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Maybe thought mid was rotating over, but mid's still just chilling there. So another 2 kills going the way of the aggressive tri-lane in the bot lane.
Middle tower is under attack.
Nature's Prophet was kind of a big part of that. The ult did a ton of damage, and then they decided to go after it hit and did a lot of damage. So he TP's down, sends out a nice sprout, kind of disrupts the fight, gets glimpse, so wastes the glimpse, not able to be used on Weaver to send anyone else back. And then after that, the team fight just went well. Shadow Demon with that poke from the Shadow Poison, but now gonna get soloed down by Sneaks. So Sneaks on the board with the kills, picks one up at the bot rune spawn, trying to de-ward there. Maybe it's kind of silly for Shadow Demon to be there when he was so low. And Saibi here, 34 last hits, 39 on the Lone Druid. So Lone Druid doing really well. He's level 8. Not sitting in his ult form yet, not too scared. No one's missing, but more action in the bot lane, kinetic field. Corey was caught in that, maybe just fine. Still not level 6. Now Super Dry finding himself in a lot of trouble here. Icon telling his teammate to be quiet in the spectator chat already. I guess I don't really mind, but
strange to say, Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Soul Ring recipe for Dimitri here. Gonna have that pretty soon. That's gonna help him out a lot. Gonna be able to always
I have no reason to lie about such things.
Always able to just brain sap. And in the top lane, Andrew Riley and Treble Sprout, Mystic Flare, this combination that is quite good. I should have pointed it out a little earlier. Kind of just thinking about it. A little flustered with my overlay situation here. But anyway, that Sprout Mystic Flare is a great combo to just keep someone one-on-one and drop the Mystic Flare, do so much damage, and they pick off Andrew Riley, who was farming up a Storm, most last hits in the game right now. Not quite the highest net worth here. Sneaks following that with 42, then Saibi. And in the bot lane now, Phantoms maybe looking to engage, and Feeble's thrown out. Oh wow, 5 damage from Nyx. Dimitri standing on his own versus Nyx right now. Getting still pretty low. Haru's doing a bit of damage. Nice defensive disruption. Corey's there. And now the chase the other way. Perhaps. Soul Catcher actually landed on Unicorn. So next Geminite attack. Corey going to be able to take out Unicorn power. No problem. Sneaks though. TP's in. Picks up a kill. Picks up yet another kill. So double kill. As Corey still hasn't got Unicorn. Unicorn's so fast. The Suguchi though is enough. And now he's going to turn around. One more attack on Haru is going to get him down. So double kill there for the Corey. He's got time lapse up now, as Sneaks and Super Dry give chase, but Corey going to be just fine. So fairly even, minus the fact that the carry got the double kill for Faded, the mid got it for Phantoms, and the carry died for Phantoms, and the carry lived for Faded. So yeah, oh, and anyway, it looks like we have Theory TPing down, maybe a little too aggressively, immediately stunned up Brain, or Fiend's Grip rather, onto Sneaks. A whole lot of burst damage gonna land. Nature's Prophet picks up that kill, and yeah, like Fallen is pointing out, going straight for the Shadow Blade, it looks like. Not feeling he's getting enough farm for the Midas. Didn't want to just build a late Midas. And here's Saibi. He's roamed a little bit. They ganked the Lone Druid in the top lane, but sort of just sitting in the mid, getting a lot of farm. Has yet to die. The 50 CS around the 11-minute mark. It's not the best, but it's pretty good for mid. That was a little bit involved. Got a kill. And let's see what he wants to go for. He's got the mana boots up already. The bots here want getting pretty low. See how Nax's last hits are suffering at 28 now with this aggressive tri-lane, just doing work actually. Soul Catcher lands on the carry. Corey though really low. Even with the wand, he's not going to have enough to time lapse. And now glimpse back as Dimitri, who still might live off of this. If he turns and brain saps, maybe not. Nice defensive disruption. Corey's coming back in, but he's pretty low, trying all for saving Dimitri. I don't know if that's necessarily worth it. Andrew Riley comes down, tries to pick up a kill. Here's a Skywrath, there's a Sprout. Hadaruz goes down immediately on that disruptor. Now Saibi getting focused down. What can he really do? Who's TPing out? That's going to be Fury trying to get out of here. Corey picks up another kill. Now Unicorn though picking up a double kill, taking out Saibi. Corey no mana. There's the Demonic Purge, but he still can't get away. The Ion Shell, not enough range. In theory, with that Sprout again coming in through his ult, did a whole lot of damage. Maybe going to pick off Sneaks. There's the Nightmare to buy some time, but this bear, there's the Enfeeble onto the bear. Nice kinetic field by Hadaruz. Theory going to go down here. Did he buy back? No. Just low spawn. So, nah. Phantoms finding himself a pretty nice fight there in the bot lane. Should probably check the graph out by now. 0 on the gold, and XP approaching that as well. So, yeah, you can see a bit of a comeback here for Phantoms as the graphs are turning around. And a haste spawns bot. Who's going to get that? This Lone Druid, what's he going for? It's got to be an Armlet. Does anyone build anything else on that bear now? It seems a little broken, but, you know. You still got to get that. I mean, you shut him down. You can't get that early enough, and after a while, it doesn't really matter. So I wonder if they will ever change that, as it has gained immense popularity recently. Corey in a bit of trouble. Check out the items. Detection on Hadaruz, as well as a smoke. Sentries as well on King Kraken for Faded. And yeah, Saibi goes back to the top lane, trying to get some farm down. Meanwhile, Theory in the mid lane with that split push. The mid tier 1 is gone. The bot tier 1 barely standing right now. Only the top tier 1 down here for Faded. Looks like Lone Druid sort of pushed that down. Mid tier 2 taking a whole lot of damage, but being flanked behind is Theory. I don't know. He's got the Shadow Blade already. That explains why he was being so aggressive there with that tower. It's still a close range. And this is going to be the death of the tier 1 tower. Can they look for a deny? Going in here is Corey. Immediately stunned up. Stuck in that kinetic field, but able to get out. Theory TPs right into the Static Storm, but a nice disruption. Actually going to save his life. Dimitri trying to get that tower last hit over his carry, but the two supports taken out quite quickly there, and they get the tower as well. No one last hitting it. So a bit unfortunate, but still very good for Faded. And somehow Theory lived. That was a very nice disruption. Armlet almost finished on Andrew. He's about 400 gold away. As the Enfeeble goes out. Now the Fiend's Grip popped. Will there be enough damage? I think with the Soul Catcher there will be. Another nice pick off on that Lone Druid, who will be so scary. That's going to put his Armlet back even more. Unicorn power coming in. Is there enough mana for an Enfeeble after this rage? Indeed there will be. Dimitri wants to keep his distance though. There's that Enfeeble. And now they're going to go. The Soul Catcher landed. Super Dry goes down. Able to get a stun off right before, but Unicorn power now sprouted up. Double kill for Corey, who picked up that last one there. Dimitri the Bane. So 16-8 now, and Faded looks like they could be running away with this game after Phantoms put up a little bit of a fight to get everything back to even. And now immediately everything just turning around. 4K in the gold, 4K in the XP, and now another tier 2 tower goes down, or the first tier 2 rather, another tower. Faded takes out, and losing towers this early against that split push of a Weaver and a Nature's Prophet is, it's no bueno. But that being said, almost level 11 is Sneaks on the Darkseer, so he'll have the level 2 walls. It could be really big for that team fight. But this Sprout Mystic Flare combination really working out. The Soul Catcher on top of the whoever's Fiend script up, usually that Lone Druid right now. And the Bear kind of either already beat down or just not close enough. to, you know, go and tangle that Bane or whatnot. Usually gonna get enfeebled. So I think some good quality picks here from Faded. Some nice combinations. And Phantoms here, obviously, with a very solid team. Just not really coming together right now. That aggressive tri-lane was a little too successful. They had that push, that aura push with the Lone Druid Bear and the Vengeful Spirit, and they got the big team fight here. And Mystic Flare, wow, actually able to land it on Andrew Riley, who's gonna go down here. Just barely. Didn't want to split the damage with the bear. So well placed Mystic Flare. And Unicorn doesn't have an armlet yet either. Neither does Andrew. So denying them 2 key items right there. If we take a look at the items right now. Mechanism up on Sneak, so that's going to really help out for the next team fight. Although there's a whole lot of burst. The Shadow Blade for the split push. A whole lot of mana boots. Working towards another Orchid here is Corey. Again, just great against Snake, so he can't rage. And it looks like Faded going to find themselves another tower here in the mid lane. Although Disruptor, sorry, rather, with a nice good play, ultimate kinetic field, but then Shadow Demon with a nice disrupt to save his teammates out of that. Fiend's Grip on Unicorn power. Unicorn's got to be upset. Did he just... Oh. Wait, what? Well, that was a mech. I thought he armlet toggled. It's like, wait a minute. But anyway, another good pick off here. So the carry Unicorn power picked off. 19-8 now is the score. The tier 2 tower goes down in the mid lane. Again, not last hit by anybody, but I guess they just really want the map control at this point. Make sure that this Lone Druid can't be finding farm. Still doesn't have an armlet, so they're shutting him down quite well. And now Corey rolls to the top. He's got that drums, he's got that Aquila, and he's got an Oblivion staff. I feel like I like Ern a lot on those Weavers, but I mean Corey showing that he's pretty competent with that Weaver play, so maybe I won't tell him what I like, and we'll just let him play his own game here. Haru is not finding too much. Again, the support. Superdry doesn't even have boots yet. The bear getting close to armlet. Who went up top there? The tier 1 top goes down. The biggest item here, I think, for Phantoms is this mechanism on the Darkseer, as well as mana boots, holding some dust as well. We check out, and that's everyone actually. Just not a whole lot. Orchid finished right now. Not on Corey yet, but he just bought the recipe. Shadow Demon, boots, you know, wards, everything like that. Nice combo here onto Theory. Theory could be in trouble, but another good defensive disruption. Now Hodderus could find himself in trouble. The mech already used, and still a whole lot of damage to be found from Faded. They can put out. The mech can be on cooldown for about 40 seconds. As they come to defend their last outer tower, and it's only 18 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. And I guess after this tower, Faded gonna want to get to the Roche, and Phantoms gonna want to hold on to find the farm they can. Maybe hope for an overextension for Faded. Won a bit of a team fight here. We saw a game potentially thrown by Rock's Kiss against Absolute Legends this morning at the same location with about this same lead. Maybe not this much, but just diving past. Not going to be the case here. Almost an amazing vacuum kinetic field combo, missed by about a centimeter on 4. Hadaruz immediately just burst down. Maybe not. Fiend's Grip on Unicorn power. Dimitri being focused down by Lone Druid. Theory gonna go down here. Maybe not. Able to get away. Just barely. No, he's not. Mystic Flare popped off by CEVO, so 2 down on each side. Dimitri running for his life. So Phantoms finding themselves a pretty good fight. Well, 2 for 2 right now, but definitely with an upper hand. Rod of Atos, though, just brought to CEVO. You're gonna thank that courier, probably. Orchid finished here. Gonna be thrown out. Try to get that Saguchi. This Nakes, though, very fast. Probably gonna go down. Yeah, no tier 2 towers. Gonna be chased all the way to the base. One more attack. Will it miss uphill? No, it won't. Fallen, still talking, despite everyone telling him to shush. Now Corey again, just playing around, playing games here. Cat and mouse. Or I guess Weaver is a cat. Is that armlet finished? Yes, it is. Armlet finally finished. Maybe that was the item that kind of made that fight go well for Phantoms, but in the end, you know, Corey able to extend the fight so long and chase that Nakes. It actually did go in Faded's favor, especially with the tower. So we can see the gold graph, you know, 8-9k advantage right now, and then a 5k XP advantage for Faded. So they're doing quite well at this point in the game. 22-10 are the kills. Jungling up here, trying to take over the jungle, make sure Andrew Riley is not going to be farming in there, even though he's back in base. Doesn't have Tranquils on himself. had a bit of a, he was having a really good game, and then, you know, the gank started coming into that lone druid, not able to get the tranquils up on his person just for that extra move speed. You are really slow in that druid form. And now Faded, definitely doing what they need to do, going for the Roshan here. No wards down. Actually, all the wards here are dire, and they even dropped the sentry to D-ward. So Phantoms might have an idea that they'd be here, but can they even contest it? The Darkseer wall is up, but the team fights are pretty close. And actually, they might not know. They just want this tower. They probably think Faded's just running around in the woods. Rosh goes down at 21-14.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I'm going to type it out like a pro. Alright, anyway, Orchid it up here is Unicorn. Is the Mystic Flare going to be dropped on top of that, as well as the Fiend's Grip? Unicorn just goes down instantly. Super Dry taking a lot of harass as well. A decent kinetic field to sort of disrupt the team fight, but not doing a whole lot. Fury picks up a double kill. I guess that was with his ult. Mataruz goes down as well to CEVO. Actually, Corey picks that up. Andrew Riley still just trying to chase somebody. Looks like the Ion Shell and the Lone Druid are going to pick off the Nature's Prophet, who just instantly buys back. And I think Andrew here could find himself in some trouble. Fury comes in with that Sprout. And Andrew gonna go down, so 4-for-1 trade. Theory popping the buyback there. I don't know if it was completely needed, but definitely secured the kill on the Lone Druid as a result. And with a bit of a lead, it never hurts to buy back, so win a team fight and then push immediately after, instead of just winning a team fight and then not being able to push. So yeah, King Kraken gonna defend the top as the rest of Faded goes back to the mid lane, and looks like Theory heads up there as well. See what Sneaks is picking up here. He's got that mech. He's got a haste rune. Working towards the pipe as we'd expect. Armlet finish now on both the Spirit Bear and the Nakes. Other than that, not a whole lot. Orchid up, Atos up, Orchid Shadowblade. Looks like Dimitri's going for BKB. Whole lots of mana boots. So we can see, I mean, the gold graph, like 12k right now. You can see where those items are playing a big part in the team fight from Faded. Not to mention the ultimate, that Fiend Grip Mystic Flare combination, or Sprout Mystic Flare combination on one, while Corey kind of just dances around. And yeah, apparently picked up a Dagon. So yeah, he's got that Dagon up. Looking for a lot of burst damage. I mean, they need burst damage against the heroes that are picked up by Phantoms. Lone Druid is just so tanky, you know, almost 2k HP, 15 armor. That magic burst isn't a bad idea. Unicorn power also pretty tanky. Only 9 armor, not as much, I guess, but still tanky. And since he can't rage because of all the orchids out on the field, you know, that Dagon burst with the Saguchi, it's like almost gonna kill him. Not to mention if he's silenced up with the damage amp, or yeah, the damage amp from also going Dagon. CEVO will help out a lot with that. And now stuck to defending the tier 3s. Potential for a turnaround, I think, in this case. I mean, Darkseer is great at turtling with that wall level 2, get multiple people on that. But again, there is the Orchid out and the Atos to run away from that. Theory's coming into this, trying to go on sneaks. There's that silence by popping the haste rune, so he's going to be just fine. I was like, how did he surge out of that? Dimitri maybe not going to be fine, stunned up by Super Dry with an immediate entangle. So Dimitri, no, another nice disruption here by Shadow Demon. And then Dimitri Nightmares himself, possibly, yeah, still going to go down, but living for so long. And meanwhile, Hotaruz was picked off. Corey now versus the world down here. Theory pops in. Spirit Bear's caught up. Andrew Riley taking a ton of damage and then silenced up. Those damage amps just doing a lot. I don't know who the Dagon was using on, but now 28-12 for Faded. Pushing into this tier 3. The Spirit Bear is down. Nakes is healing, so this could be the death of the tier 3 tower in the mid lane. And all other lanes pushing as well for Faded just because of that Nature's Prophet and that ultimate. And the fortifies popped. So with 33 seconds, what can really be done? Nakes is just running on in. Going towards the Basher. Defensive Mystic Flare, but a nice wall, kinetic field. This could be everyone dead for Faded. Maybe not. Another good disruption. CEVO's still alive somehow. Sneak silenced up, but he's going to go down. Theory able to get out just barely. And will CEVO actually live? No, he was glimpsed back. So 2 down for 1. And the Courier gets sniped off there. So Phantoms looking to come back. That Darkseer Disruptor combo is pretty deadly when going up that high ground. Corey's still looking for blood out here. Oh, Disruptor goes down. Theory TP's back in, doing a lot of damage, a lot of attack speed. The Orchid up on Unicorn, that's going to be enough. Theory hitting like a truck at this point in the game. Gonna pop his ult, do a lot of damage. Corey jukes uphill. Oh, stunned out. Aegis drop there. Super dry. With a big magic missile. Trans pop. Just going to go on this Rax. But now Lone Druid spawned up. Buyback from Darkseer. Spirit Bear is summoned. I think. Yeah, he's being chased around now by Dimitri. But that's the mid-Rax. It goes down. Theory going to drop again as well. And Dagon used on the Vengeful Spirit. So Corey bursting quite a bit. Gonna time lapse. Gonna have to get out of this. Demonic Purge used up, but surging now. Oh, and that's gonna be just enough for him to get away. No, it's not. Shadow Demon with the damage proc off that poison. Gonna be just enough to take him out with the Soul Catcher on him as well. And there's another GG, well played. So that's game 2 going the way of Faded. So it looks like both show matches so far have been 2-game series. Looks like Faded taking that. And again, for this, I wasn't even really repping the CEVO. So CEVO.com, over 4K in prizes for Season 2 in various games. And Dota specifically, it's going to be $500 for first place, $250 for second, and then some headsets, hardware prizes for third place. So make sure to go over to CEVO.com and sign up for a season. Registration ends May 30th, and also May 30th when the preseason begins. So make sure to get over there and sign into that. I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. If you're watching on my stream, you're already on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/FMBP Dota. Got a YouTube channel, same thing, youtube.com/FMBP Dota. Twitter and Facebook. Follow one, follow them all. Whatever. Go like CEVO on Facebook as well to stay tuned in for more show matches and info as the Season 2 gets started. I normally cast with Callie, but like I said in Game 1, the Toronto Maple Leafs are in the playoffs. That game's probably over by now. Don't know the result, so he might be either very happy or very sad. But yeah, so Phantoms, they did have a stand-in. They looked quite strong in Game 1. Game 2, they got sort of shut down. But Faded looking strong. Both these teams were playoff contenders in Season 1. So, you know, join up. These will be some of your competitors. Maybe the top tier of competitors, I guess, in CEVO so far. And looking for a whole lot of signups for Season 2. And then a big time for Season 3. You know, different divisions, Premier, Main, Open, you know, what have you. But we need a lot more Dota teams signed up to make that possible. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.